evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, December 22nd, 2015. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, state unemployment numbers are holding steady. A Tennessee legislator wants to legalize marijuana for medical purposes. We'll speak with the Tullahoma American Legion commander about their food basket program. And the Tullahoma mayor and his wife are doing something special for those who may be spending Christmas alone this year. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
You know what time it is? What time is it? Y-E-S. Y-E-S? YES is the 5th annual year-end sale at all Stan McNabb dealerships, with prices starting $1,000 below invoice. The quicker you buy, the more you save. At Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Yes! At Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Yes! And Stan McNabb Ford. The quicker you buy, the more you save. We say yes, you pay less.
Hi, this is Terry Stroop with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody who put their trust in us this past year to service their heating and cooling needs. We continue to offer the best available HVAC equipment out there with the Trane equipment and geothermal heat pumps. We'd like for everybody to focus on the reason for this time of the year for this season.
As Jesus warms your heart, thank you for allowing Stroops to warm your homes. To all of you we wish
Merry Christmas!
The animal shelter has served Tullahoma dogs for nearly 30 years. Now, you can help us build a bigger and better no-kill shelter. Your tax-deductible gift is matched dollar for dollar. So come on, bark it forward and donate now to have your tax-deductible gift matched. Make your check payable to the COT Shelter Building Fund and go to tullahomatn.gov to see all the unique gifts available for your generosity. For more details, you can call City Hall at 455-2648.
Welcome back. Tennessee Labor and Workforce Development Commissioner Burns Phillips announced last week the Tennessee preliminary unemployment rate for November was 5.6%, unchanged from the October revised rate. The U.S. preliminary rate for November was 5%, also unchanged from the prior month. Over the past year, Tennessee's unemployment rate has decreased from 6.6% to 5.6%, while the national rate declined from 5.8% to 5%. Total non-farm employment increased 1,000 jobs from October to November. The largest increases occurred in financial activities, manufacturing, and transportation, warehousing, and utilities. Over the year, non-farm employment has increased 48,600 jobs.
An East Tennessee state lawmaker says he wants to modify anti-marijuana statutes in order to help war veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Republican State Representative Jeremy Faison says he will introduce legislation next month that would decriminalize marijuana used by veterans diagnosed with PTSD. He says many suffering vets tell him the medical properties of pot work far better at easing the condition than prescription drugs. Faison says he believes drug therapy may actually contribute to the high suicide rate observed in veterans. The bill is expected to be in for rough sledding in the Conservative General Assembly. Last month, both Health Commissioner John Dreisner and Safety Commissioner Bill Gibbons spoke out against any effort to decriminalize the drug.
Meanwhile, a recent survey claims the majority of Tennesseans now favor legalizing marijuana completely or making it available as a prescription drug. The Middle Tennessee State University poll director Ken Blake says 33% want to remove all legal penalties against marijuana. 36% believe the weed should be offered by prescription only, while 18% favor a complete ban. Blake says another 6% are undecided about a general ban, but would permit medical use. The survey of 600 randomly selected adults has a margin of error of plus or minus 4%.
The winter holiday season should be a joyous time of the year. However, certain types of fires and injuries associated with decorating are all too common and can put a damper on the holiday celebrations. State Fire Marshal Julie McPeak said, quote, "December is the peak month for home candle fires. 2 out of 5 home decoration fires are started by candles. To decrease your risk for a home fire, keep safety in mind as you deck the halls this season," end quote. The Tennessee State Fire Marshal's Office encourages Tennesseans to consider using flameless candles, which look and smell like real candles. However, if you do use traditional candles, keep them at least 12 inches away from anything that can burn, and remember to blow them out when you leave the room or go to bed. Avoid using candles in the bedroom where 1/3 of the United States candle fires begin or other areas where people may fall asleep. According to the state's fire incident reporting system, candle-related fires in Tennessee during 2015 have already caused 3 fire deaths, 62 house fires, and over $3.7 million in property loss.
And in the spirit of Christmas, let's watch the West Middle School 7th and 8th grade band choir as they perform Silver Bells.
Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile, and on every street corner you'll hear. It's Christmas time in the city, hear the bells go ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Christmas time is
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up right after these messages.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. Whether it's Kia, Ford, Chevrolet, GMC, or Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep, Russell Barnett Automotive family has your next new car or SUV. Stop by one of our 4 locations or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. My question is, why buy anywhere else?
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Mayor Lane Curley and his wife Evelyn are continuing a long-running tradition. Evelyn stopped by our studios recently to talk about this year's program. And we're pleased to have joining us now Evelyn Curley, who, in case you don't know, is actually the mayor of Tullahoma because her husband got elected to the job. But, you know, Evelyn is really the brains of this whole family. You're doing something that you've done for a while, and it's a really great thing for our community. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, for many years, I couldn't tell you how many, Jimmy. Lane and I have coordinated a Christmas Day meal for people that maybe have a hard time getting a meal together, or have no family, or maybe shut-ins and they're by themselves. But we coordinate this meal. We purchase the food from Harton Hospital. Harton has been very good to work with us. They give us a great price on the food, and we depend on volunteers to come and help us out on Christmas morning to package the meals. Most of them will be delivered. 90% of them are delivered. And like I say, it's people who are shut in or they don't have any transportation. And this year we're also having a time period between 11 and noon. If somebody does have transportation, they want to come and eat, they can come and eat their Christmas lunch there. Some people might want to be with other people on Christmas. They're by themselves.
Yeah.
That way they can come and enjoy a meal and enjoy some fellowship as well.
Now, you mentioned, I don't remember how long you've done this either. Whose idea was this to start with? Do you remember? Or what motivated you to start this program?
It's probably been 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I think Lane and I were just talking, and maybe we were sort of made aware of Meals on Wheels recipients, and they don't deliver meals on
that's right.
holidays.
Right.
So I think that's sort of where the idea sprung from. And it sort of went from there.
Yeah, and I would imagine that you guys have a lot of volunteers involved in this that help make this possible.
We do. We are always blessed with just an abundance of volunteers on Christmas morning. I think that a lot of people look for ways to help others, and what better day to do that than Christmas Day. So we have families, people bring their children, we have people from all walks of life that come and help us on Christmas morning, and everybody's welcome. Sometimes if you can have too many volunteers, sometimes it's so crowded you can hardly move. But I never tell anybody, no, we don't need you, you know, we're covered, because people want to be a part of it. And I say there may not be a whole lot for you to do, but you're welcome to come. I never tell anybody not to come. We want everybody that wants to be a part of it to come.
You have any idea how many people that you're able to feed on this day? And
we typically feed around 300.
Yeah.
That's what we're planning on this year.
Okay. And you mentioned that 90% of those you're actually delivering
We
it to
deliver.
their home. I think I've heard you or Elaine say before that that's really important to people that are shut in, because a lot of times they won't see anybody that day.
That's exactly right. Or maybe talk to another person. So we usually have enough delivery people that each person only has to deliver maybe 3 or 4 meals. So we encourage them, if the recipient seems receptive, to spend a minute and ask them, you know, how their day is going, or just try to talk to them for a little while and give them the opportunity, if they want to talk, to just be a listening ear that day, and maybe spend a few minutes there if you can.
Right. Okay, now again, this is coming up on Christmas Day. So do they just come to the hospital? Is that where you're
there's about three or four different ways people can help. So I'll sort of go over that. The people who are interested in helping to package the meals and get the to-go plates ready to go should be at Harton at about 9 o'clock on Christmas morning. The ones who are interested in delivering should be there around 10 o'clock. And hopefully we'll have some meals ready by then that we can go ahead and start the deliveries shortly after that. We'll need a few people to hang around the hospital to help serve the ones that come in to eat at 11, maybe
Right.
from 11 to 12, and sort of help with the cleanup and sort of the wrapping up of things. We're also asking people for desserts. We purchase the food from Horton, and they give us a good price, but traditionally we ask for donations of homemade desserts. And people bring in all these beautiful cakes and pies and brownies and cookies, and that way we have sort of a variety of different desserts to put on the plates, and if we have any left over, we will send maybe an entire pie to a family.
Right.
If it's a large family with 10 people, we might
Right.
send them a whole cake, if we, assuming we have enough. But that seems to be a nice touch, and that's another way for people to contribute. If maybe they can't come on Christmas morning to help, they can provide a dessert. And then we're also looking for funds to help pay for it, and if anybody's interested in that, they can send a check to Hot Meals, and that's P.O. Box 84 in Tullahoma, and that money will be used to help pay for the purchase of the food.
Okay, which would be quite helpful too, I'm sure. Yeah, okay.
We'll be back after these messages.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Welcome back. Members of the American Legion Post 43 Big Brothers were busy this past Saturday delivering food baskets to needy families. Jim spoke with the post commander, Benny Garrick, about this year's initiative.
Today at the American Legion Post here in Tullahoma, and something kind of special is going on here today, and I'm going to get the commander, Benny Garrick, here to tell us a little bit about what's happening here today.
Well, it's an annual thing that we do every year. We collect money for Big Brothers, for the American Legion Big Brothers. And today is the day we deliver food baskets to needy people. Now during the year we have wheelchairs, walkers, crutches, that sort of stuff that we help people out that are in need.
Now, this is a program that has been going on for, and we should know this, but I'm sure it's over 60 years old.
Yeah,
it started before.
When I got involved with the Legion, it was already going.
Well, how many people do you think you're going to be able to help today?
About 50 people.
About 50 people. Now, and how do you determine who gets these baskets?
Usually, people around town give us names to the American Legion, one of our members, of somebody who they think is a needy family.
Yeah, I know.
And we had about 25 people here this morning helping deliver.
Now that was a good turnout, because I know that you guys had to do it a little bit different than you did in the past, because you had a vendor that used to prepare these boxes and you guys would do the delivery, but that changed this year.
It did change this year. We had to go find another source for our food products and had to pack the baskets ourselves. We call them baskets, they're actually boxes.
Right. But that's the way we used to do it all the time when the program was a little bit bigger than perhaps it is now. So I guess all those memories of the days gone by came back to help you guys make that happen.
Well, certainly, but there are more churches involved now that help needy people too, and that's wonderful. We hope that everybody that's in need gets something.
I'm remembering from some of my experiences in this program, but how this has changed over the years. You remember the times back in, I guess it was the 50s, 60s perhaps, when members of the Legion actually went to everybody's home and solicited donations from homes. You remember those days?
I've done that.
Yeah, I thought you had probably done that. And then, if I recall, that sort of change, we did street corners up until just recently, I think.
Until a few years ago when they thought it was too dangerous for us to be on the streets. And now we do it, Roxy sends out letters to businesses and people that have donated in the past, and they're very responsive.
I also remember that when we started doing the Big Brothers Telethon, that sort of changed pretty dramatically, the way that money was raised, because then you didn't do the home solicitations anymore, but people would call in and make pledges for the telethon.
That's right.
And, Benny and I sort of were instrumental in putting that together for the first time, and it really worked a lot better as far as the labor standpoint of us having to get out and do this kind of thing. But I just want to get this little plug in right now. This is we're going to replay that telethon over the Christmas holiday, starting on Christmas Eve, about 7 o'clock this year. So if you happen to get a chance to watch that on channel 193 or on Live2, please give us a call, and we can still use your help as we proceed.
Sure, we'll take help all through the year.
All right, Benny, great program here, and congratulations to you guys. And also, we don't want to forget to mention Roxy Hoots, who will not be on camera, who I think is instrumental in kind of keeping this thing going throughout the year.
It'd be hard to do it without her.
Absolutely. All right, Benny, thank you so much, and again, congratulations on what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And we'll be running the telethon highlights video in place of our regular programming Thursday night at 6 p.m., Friday morning at 11 a.m., and Saturday night at 6 p.m. We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do,
Everyday miracles at Life Care Centers of America.
We're losing it, doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gotta be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
I thought I'd start the video by showing you the apartment building where the fire was. When things like this happen, I think you find a new perspective on life. Red Cross put us in a hotel, so we were able to stay together. We're strong, and if we overcame that, or if we can overcome that, we can overcome anything. So.
Welcome back. We take you now to the Mount Zion Baptist Church in Tullahoma for this performance of "Oh Come Let Us Adore Him."
Come on, everybody clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. Come let us adore Him. Kneel down before Him. Worship and adore Him. Come
Don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 p.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell, who will wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and we'll fill the rest of the show with highlights of local Christmas choirs and events on this special Christmas edition of Living.
Stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1956 at 66 degrees. The record low was in 1989 at -7 degrees. Average high on this day is 49 and the average low is 30. Tonight, stormy weather in your forecast with a low of around 59 degrees. Thunderstorms in your forecast for Wednesday, but unseasonably warm weather for this time of the year with a high expected of 72 and a low of 63. 50% chance of showers in your forecast for Thursday, Christmas Eve, but again a high of 72 and a low of 55. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.